Well, a good Friday evening, Lion fans. Thank you for joining us here tonight on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network. Joel Viss with you here tonight live from Dick Null Field for homecoming at CLGLR here on this Friday in October. The Sheldon Orabs coming to town tonight, and Sheldon getting ready to face an undefeated ranked number 2 Central Lyon George Little Rock squad that is looking to keep their season rolling right along and keep things clicking, and want to put on a good show tonight for the home crowd in front of the homecoming crowd. And not only is it homecoming, it's a home game, and it is the last home game for the Lions on the regular season. We obviously hope that we will get some playoff games here throughout the playoff run. Not sure how many or what we will get, but for us, the last regular season home game for the seniors as well. And they want to make sure they put their stamp of approval on their final regular season game here tonight against the Orabs. Lions come into tonight with a 6-0 unblemished record, 3-0 in Class 2A District 1. West Lyon sits in the number 2 spot at 4-2, 2-1. Sheldon right there with them at 4-2 and 2-1 in the district as well. So those two teams sitting at that second place spot. West Lyon at Unity Christian tonight. Unity sits in the 4th spot, that final playoff spot at 2-4 and 2-1 on the district. Cherokee at 2-4, 0-3, and Okoboji 1-5, 0-3 round out Class 2A District 1. The top 4 teams will make it into the playoffs. The second 2 will have to go find a extra 9th game somewhere else. As we said, for the Lions tonight, they host Sheldon. West Lyon is at Unity, and Okoboji is at Cherokee. Next week, we'll close out the regular season. The Lions will be on the road at Okoboji. They'll head on over there to Milford to have that game, and we'll be right here for you on the broadcast network. Cherokee will be at West Lyon, and Unity will be at Sheldon, and that could be a good game between Unity and Sheldon. Could be a determiner of who will sit in the number 3 or the number 4 spot in the district standings, and get you set up for who you might play coming into the playoffs. We thank our sponsors here, like we do each and every week, for making it possible for us to come into tonight and provide these broadcasts for you. Those sponsors include the Avera Medical Group, Frontier Bank, the Rock Rapids Pizza Ranch, Premier Bank, Sanford Health, DeNoble Austin and Company PC, and of course the Pepsi Cola Bottling Company, providing you coverage of Central Lyon athletics here on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network. Once again, like I said, my name is Joel Viss. Glad to have you along here tonight for this great matchup. We've got a lot of stuff on hand here tonight, and we have got lots of things to go through. Obviously, with homecoming, it is also the mass band show. It'll be a mass collection of the Central Lyon and George Little Rock bands. The high schools and the middle school bands will meet in a combined performance at halftime. We'll also have our Central Lyon Athletic Hall of Fame inductees down on the track as well. Mitch Lupkus, and currently a defensive coach here for the Lions, and Dana Dykhouse of the class of 1975 are inductees this year. We'll see those guys down on the track at a halftime as well. We will also introduce you to our middle school football players, and we'll have the flag football team. Those little guys concluded their season just last Saturday morning, and they will lead the team onto the field. So a full night of activities, part of homecoming. But in the end, it is not homecoming without a football game, and we'll hear about that from Coach Curtis even a little bit later on, and some of the things his team is looking at here in the final couple weeks, things they want to work on, and getting ready for their playoff run. And then we also got together and talked to Coach Tyler Lloyd from Sheldon, and he talked about his football team and the development system that he's got going with this Orab team, and the progress that that team has made. So we'll take a break, and we come back. We'll get together with our coaches here. You're watching Lion football here on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
Here's to welcoming moments, big and small. At Avera, our nationally recognized health system will be right here with you, with care and coverage. Partner with Avera for more hellos, more hugs, more memories. We'll move you forward through sickness and health, and every milestone in between. Hello possibility, hello healthy, hello life. Avera, moving health forward.
At Frontier Bank, we know you're busy with what really matters. That's why our Big Deal checking account was created to make banking work for you. While you're keeping up with life's daily transactions, your Big Deal checking account is earning you monthly rewards. Competitive rates, refunds on ATM fees, and more, with no minimum balance or monthly service fees required. And you can apply for a Big Deal account from anywhere in less than 10 minutes. Focus on what matters most. Bank with Frontier Bank. See a customer service representative for more information. Member FDIC.
And we welcome you back to the pregame show. It's time to talk Sheldon High School football with the head coach of the Orabs, Tyler Lloyd. Coach, thanks for joining us here today.
Yeah, not a problem.
Well, Coach, let's talk a little bit about your football team. Ups and downs throughout the season, you can say, with the Sheldon Orabs so far. You've had some really good games. You've had some really tough games. But last week, it looked like you started to get things rolling in the right direction with a big win at home.
Yeah, you're kind of able to put together a four-quarter game, and that's kind of been, a challenge that we put out there for our guys. And we had some distractions last week with homecoming and those kinds of things, but, we were able to overcome them. And, the injury bug has been alive at Sheldon, and so we've had to adjust to guys going down and those kinds of things. But again, our kids have responded really well, and we're sitting here at this point in the season. We've increased our win total from last year, and then we've put ourselves in a good situation in regards to the playoffs.
And you talk about how well your team has rebounded. Last week, a great performance on homecoming, all the distractions there, and then coming off a tough loss at a tough West Lyon team. For your team to come back and put together a game like that, it's got to make you pretty proud of those guys.
Yeah, the last 6 quarters that we've played have been really, really good. And for whatever reason, the first 2 quarters at West Lyon, we didn't show up. And, some of that is the nature of going to West Lyon. Some of that is the mental hurdle that you kind of got to get over. And we know that the bar is set really high in 2A District 1, but, it was a 7-0 second half there. And then, we put together a 35-0 game last week. And you kind of take those things and you try to build on that momentum.
Well, building on those things, those are the good things. That gives you a lot of positive vibes. A lot of great things to work on here for this week to lead into another tough matchup going on the road to Central Lyon George Little Rock.
Yeah, we know the bar is set really high, and we know the caliber of the opponent we're playing. Obviously we've played Central Lyon, quite a few years now in a row, and those games have not been favorable to us, and we've got to find a way to, match the level of the competition that we're playing, because if we want to get to where we want to go, these are the types of teams that you got to be able to compete with and play with. And, we're really fortunate up here. We just get good high school football all the way around, and so you're challenged week in and week out.
What are some things that, from looking on tape about Central Lyon George Little Rock, that you see that they might do that you need to be ready for?
They're going to run the ball. They've got a quarterback who's extremely talented and obviously has held that position down for the last 3 seasons and been extremely explosive. And then tailback's done a really good job as well. And a lot of that is a product of their offensive line. They're really good in the trenches. And, when we've looked at, trying to rebound and rebuild here a little bit, that's where we started, is in the trenches. And so we know we'll be challenged up front, and we've got to be ready to go from that standpoint. But at the same time, again, if you want to be successful, that's where it's all going to begin. And that's where I feel like we've really improved the last couple of years, is what we've been able to put together in our trench work.
And talking about that trench work and going back to the basics out there, you play a very traditional offense in that wishbone. How does that help your team go up against a defense like the Lions?
You sit down in the off season and you look at things a little bit. And what we did is we kind of looked at the history of our community and when did we have the most success. We had the most success, running this style of offense. And we're getting players that are maybe not as well versed in football, guys that have only been out for maybe a year or two. And so what's the easiest way to teach those guys? You go back to basic fundamental football. And so that's what we've done this year at all levels. And, it's really yielded some results for us in the ways that we like to see it. We protect the football because, from 2016 until 2020, we were filling stat lines and putting up offensive production, but we weren't getting wins. And at the end of the day, if you want to get where you want to go, eventually you got to find a way to win football games. So this has been a really good style for us. Fits the kids that we have, fits the community and the direction the community is going as well. And it's not the most exciting thing in the world to watch, but at the end of the day, it keeps you in games, and it's been a phenomenal change for our kids.
You talked about a little bit earlier, the first 2 quarters at West Lyon were rough the last time you went on the road. You got to go on the road again this week to Central Lyon, George Lurac. How do you get your team prepared that they are ready to go when they come off the bus?
I think part of it was our non-district schedule was not probably to the caliber of a West Lyon. So, we had 3 games that just weren't at that level, and then obviously our district opener with Okoboji wasn't quite at that caliber either. And I'm not taking anything away from our opponents, but let's be honest, Lyon County is Lyon County for a reason. And so I think it took us 2 quarters to kind of realize, like, oh crap, we need to pull our pads on and let's get going. And we were able to come out that second half and do that. And we're talking about a West Lyon team that's had running clock on us by halftime, subs in the second half, and they weren't able to do that to us 2 weeks ago. So there's no moral victories in football, but when you're trying to rebuild a program and trying to get things back to fundamentals, those are things that we're going to use to build off of. And obviously the bar is going to be set really high this week as well.
You talked about it a little bit earlier as well. You've been bitten by the injury bug a little bit. How are you guys doing coming up here the last couple weeks of district play and then heading into the playoffs? How are you guys ready to go with those bumps and bruises?
It's pretty crazy. I mean, some years you're just snake bitten, and this is just one of those years. We just had another kid go down with a broken shoulder blade as a result of Friday's game, and 2A started for us. And, it's strange. But what I will say about our team is it really shows the resilience and the depth that we have. Now, our depth is getting challenged. There's no doubt about it. But we've had kids step up and step in, do a good job. We have some guys playing injured, so you get an element of toughness that's in there as well. And it's just the product of the season. And, I think any team can relate to that. Any high school coach can relate to that. There's just some years it's like, man, what do we do? And that's kind of the boat we're in right now. But like I said, our kids have responded really well. We've had really quality practices. We've changed some things that we do in practice to try to protect our guys, because our goal is to get them to Friday and allow them to play the game, because that's what they sign up for. And so we make those adjustments, and our kids have responded really well to that. Yeah, we're going to have some guys get their opportunities this Friday, and hopefully we're able to put some things together and, just continue to find momentum and continue to build on that, because regardless of the outcome this week, we've extended our season. And so we need to continue to prepare for that, because you want to be playing your best football as you get towards the end here.
You go into a game against Central Lyon George Lurac on the road. You know they're a tough team. You know it's going to be a tall task out there. Well, when it comes to that, you need to be fundamentally sound. You need to do the little things right to give yourself a chance to win that game. What are some of the key things that you guys need to take care of Friday night to see if you can't pull off a win?
Well, we need to make sure we possess the ball and put drives together. That was something that, West Lyon, the first carry of drives was only like 1 or 2 yards. Well, now that puts you in 2nd and 8 in our style of offense. That really puts us behind the sticks. When we were able to put the drive together, then we're able to possess the ball for 6-8 minutes at a time. And then you're keeping their explosive offense and explosive playmakers off the field. So that's got to be paramount. And then obviously the turnover margin. And we need to protect the ball. Again, and go back a couple weeks ago, West Lyon put the ball on the ground 4 times. That's uncharacteristic for them. We didn't get any of them. And so if you're going to be in a game like that, you've got to get at least 2 or 3 of those. So if we have opportunities to force a turnover, we've got to do that. But again, we're playing a team that's fundamentally sound, that's extremely explosive. So you take the possession of it, and hopefully you can just run that clock. And then, secondly, if that ball is turned over, hopefully we can get on it. But it is what it is. It's a tall order, it's a tall task, but our kids are embracing that challenge. And, we'll just kind of see how things play out. And if anything, it's going to prepare us for the style of football that we're going to see for the next couple of weeks, no doubt.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you spending some time with us here this week, and we wish you the best of luck.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it.
That is the head coach of the Sheldon Orabs, Tyler Lord. We bring you back here in just a few moments for more of our pregame show when we return.
After a long day, deciding on dinner can be tough, but a few simple words can make everything better.
Pizza's here!
End your day the right way with pizza and chicken from the carryout and delivery experts at your local Pizza Ranch. Mm-hmm.
we welcome you back to the pregame show. It's time to talk Central Lyon, George Little Rock Lions football with the head coach of the Lions, Curtis Eben. Coach, thanks for joining us again this week.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Joel.
Coach, coming off a pretty solid win last week, we went on the road to Unity Christian, a place where we traditionally don't play very well, but we were able to get off the bus and really get after it from the start.
Yeah, I was really proud of our kids. You know, the focus on the way down there, the focus on that field, the tempo they set early on that game. And, you know, we gave our offense some short field positions from some turnover standpoint and a short punt. So that was really good to see from the start of the game.
Well, obviously, like I said, we got the score up to where we wanted it and able to sub in a few guys there, get a lot of kids into the ball game again, and just keep getting that experience and keep building some depth.
Yeah, you know, it's always that catch-22, I guess, when you're in those games. You know, you want your varsity guys to play as much as possible. You really want to try to get those guys in a whole game flow situation. But because of the score, we elected to pull our starters in the third quarter there and put our guys the backups in. And you know, it's definitely rewarding for those guys. They deserve it just as much. So you know, like I said, it's good for both sides, and you know, overall, just a great game from all three aspects.
Well, and you talked about it, a catch-22 of when you pull your starters. Obviously, we're getting down to the final couple weeks of the regular season, getting down to crunch time. Are we going to start seeing those starters play a little bit deeper, play a little bit longer, and start prepping for the playoff run?
Oh, yeah, you know, you prepare for 4 quarters, you know, and it depends how the game always turns out, I guess, is one thing versus another. But, you know, we'll have to judge that stuff as we go along here the next 2 weeks here and just kind of, like we always do, determine on when we pull them and when we keep them in. And depends how well we're playing, too, I guess, on that side of things.
Well, and we want to talk about it. We're going to move into this week. A game against Sheldon coming to our place. It's homecoming. There's lots of things going on. There's lots of distractions out there. And how do we keep our kids focused throughout the week during practice?
Yeah, homecoming is a special event for our kids and our student body and the athletes. But the bottom line is on Friday night, there's a football game that has to be played, and that's what homecoming is surrounded by. So, you know, we really just need to stay focused when we hit that field Friday night, and you know, 7 o'clock when that kickoff starts, we got to have our guys ready to go, and I really feel like we will. Our guys have had a great week of practice. Had a great practice yesterday that leads into today, so you know, we're really excited about our guys and the way they've been practicing and the tempo they've been setting in practice. Well,
obviously Sheldon coming in tonight, and one thing that they do, they go back to a more traditional, more basic offense this year, and they run the ball as much as they absolutely can. They like to play ball control. How does that affect our game planning for tonight?
Yeah, they went back to a wishbone offense, one that they ran back in 05 and before and stuff like that. They definitely have a big line that's, you know, can power that wishbone. So, you know, our front four are going to have to be prepared and ready to take on some large human beings up front from the Sheldon aspect of things. Our guys are, you know, like I said, we've had a great week of practice. I think we're well prepared for that. You know, they're going to get their yards, and we just got to try to limit them a little bit on their first downs and try to make a second and third distance, third downs, longer distance on those opportunities. So, you know, what we'll see, you know, they run their traditional 4-4 on defense. They do things very well from that standpoint. They're big up front. Their linebackers are pretty skilled. So we'll have to really try to move the ball around a lot tonight, get the ball to a lot of different guys, and try to spread that 4-4 defense out as much as we can.
Well, in that 4-4 defense, always tough to get to up front, like you said, the front four and the linebackers. But if you can block it right, it has the potential to make some big plays.
Yeah, you know, that's the other side of things. You know, they're going to send, you know, the house at us at times, and if you can catch them in it, you're going to have some big plays. If you don't, they're going to make some big plays. So, you know, there's going to be times that they make plays. You just got to make more plays than them and when the night's done and capitalize on those big plays. So, you know, it's a hit and miss type of defense they run, and we got to punish them when they do it.
Well, and like I said, with that defense and with that offense, when they play ball control and they try and work the clock as much as they possible, we may have limited opportunities on offense because of that. How do we make sure we're efficient offensively?
The biggest thing is, you know our guys, like I said, we have had great practice. Our guys played extremely well. We got understand our blocking assignments up front, and then our running backs just got to hit the hole hard and make the most of it. And it's one of those opportunities again. Sheldon's a good football team, and you got to make those opportunities count when you play good football teams like Sheldon. So tonight's gonna be no different with our guys. We're gonna go in there. It's not about Sheldon; it's about us and what we do with the little things. And we respect good results.
Well, one of the things that might have an effect, going to be a little bit colder tonight. Probably one of the first really cold nights for our guys. Might be a little chilly, and how does that affect us when we get on the field?
I don't know if it will. I think it's going to be as long as the wind don't blow too much, it's going to be a perfect night of football for wearing pads around. Might be a little chilly for the fans, but wearing pads around is going to be a perfect type of atmosphere. So our guys are excited about it, and I don't think it'll be too much of an issue.
Well, over the weeks, we saw Zach Lutmer come back. Last week, we saw Caden Van Berkom get back into the mold. How's the rest of our team looking on the injury front?
Really, we've been very fortunate so far. Like you said, Chase Thieden started practicing a little bit this week from the running standpoint. So hopefully we get Chase back in the next couple of weeks, back from his knee injury, and which will only create us more depth on both sides of the ball. Zach's back to 100%, and Caden's feeling better. So we're really sitting pretty well right now. Our guys are, again, doing the little things they need to do to stay healthy, and that's a big part of the season.
Well, and as we get closer here to playoffs, we're starting to look at it a little bit deeper, starting to look at it a little bit more. And we talk about being focused and knowing your assignments on the football field. What are the things that we really need to focus on tonight to take care of Sheldon?
Well, first thing we got to be as focused when we hit the football field. Like you said, it's homecoming week. Our guys got to be focused on what their job's going to be when they hit that football field. And then on top of that, we got to take care of the football. We did a pretty good job last week with that. And then the penalties, we got to improve our penalties. The last 2 weeks we've been penalized quite a bit on both sides of the ball, so we got to minimize those. It's those little things that can make big factors in that game. And then offense and defense do what we do, but just do it better from week to week. So I really feel if we can do those things, we'll have a good night tonight.
Well, and finally, one thing about it here, you get the win tonight in front of the home crowd, in front of homecoming. If you pick up that win, you assure yourself a share of the district title, and you get to check off one of the goals for the season.
Yeah, I guess I never thought of it that way. Yeah, you're right, I guess. But the bottom line is we want to win out the rest of the year, and so that's what our focus is gonna be, game by game, play by play, and take care of the little things throughout the next couple of weeks here.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you every week and all you have to offer for us and our program, and we wish you the best of luck.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me, Joel.
That is the head coach of the Central Lyon George Little Rock Lions, Curtis Eben. We'll be back with more of the pregame show when we return.
When the world changes, you change with it. By embracing new rhythms, redefining connection, and taking less for granted. You push through the uncertainty. And at every point along the way, we stand with you. Because even when your world looks different, our commitment to your care stays the same. Sanford Health. Health lives here.
DeNoble Austin & Company PC Certified Public Accountants offers a variety of services including payroll, auditing, sales tax, financial statement preparation, and of course, income taxes. Whether you're a farmer, small or large business owner, or just require some assistance with your personal finances, DeNoble Austin & Company PC can save you time and peace of mind with the skills you need and the service you expect. Located in Rock Rapids and Laverne.
At Frontier Bank, we know you're busy with what really matters. That's why our Big Deal checking account was created to make banking work for you. While you're keeping up with life's daily transactions, your Big Deal checking account is earning you monthly rewards. Competitive rates, refunds on ATM fees, and more, with no minimum balance or monthly service fees required. And you can apply for a Big Deal account from anywhere in less than 10 minutes. Focus on what matters most. Bank with Frontier Bank. See a customer service representative for more information. Member FDIC.
And we welcome you back here live from Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids as we are getting set up and ready to go for homecoming here at Central Lyon George Little Rock. where the Lions are set to play host to the Sheldon Orabs tonight. So we thank you for coming along with us. My name's Joel Viss. Glad to have you with us here on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network. We are glad to be able to provide this to you, and a big thank you to all the sponsors that you see throughout this broadcast, making sure that this is possible. And here comes the Lions homecoming court. The ladies, Queen Afton Schlumbum and her court, delivering the game ball to our captains. Congratulations down there as well to King Zach Lutmer as he receives the ball. So King Zach Lutmer and Queen Afton Schlumbum being inducted as our king and queen this week earlier on Wednesday night. If you had a chance to check that out, that was a lot of fun on coronation night, and something you should go back and check out on our channel. If you didn't get a chance to check it out, the senior moms had a pretty good skit for the boys and did a lot of fun stuff out there, as well as inducting Mitch Lupkus and Dana Dykehouse into the Central Lyon Hall of Fame. We'll see them later on here at halftime as well. Well, as we get things started, we'll give you an update on some of the upcoming events coming here on the broadcast network. Coming up on Monday, October the 10th, we'll have a school board meeting at 7 o'clock if you'd like to tune in for that. Tuesday, volleyball versus George Little Rock starting around 7:15. And next Friday, we'll be on the road, Central Lyon George Little Rock football at Okoboji. Pregame starts at 6:30, kickoff around 7 o'clock. Captain's meeting at midfield for the coin toss. Couple more reminders. There's no school on Monday here at Central Lyon for professional development. And as always, we invite you to subscribe to this YouTube channel and make sure that we can let you know when we post videos or start live broadcasts. And we invite you as well to follow Central Lyon on Facebook and on Twitter. And we'll keep you up to date on all the latest that's happening around the Central Lyon School District. The Lions have won the toss out here. They have elected to defer, and they will kick the ball away. Sheldon will take the ball first. They'll be moving from left to right on your screen. Players will shake hands, and we'll be ready to start here. Class 2A District 1 football. The Lions sit on top at a perfect 6-0 on the season, 3-0 on the district, and then you sit there, a tie for second place between West Lyon and Sheldon, both 4-2 and both 2-1 in district play. So a big round here as these two get together. The Lions looking to clinch a share of the district title. If they take home the win tonight, they will assure themselves at least a tie for the district championship, depending on what happens next week as the Lions travel to Okoboji. Matthew Deeren will come out to do the kicking duties here for the Lions as he will line things up. For Sheldon, going back deep to do the returning, standing at his own 3-yard line is Ryan Vollink, the junior. Also plays tailback for them. Coy DeBoer back there as well. And Jacob Inger, the tailback for them, standing at their 10 as the wide return guys. Lions awaiting the official signal here as we wait to get things underway here live from Dick Nall Field. And now we have the official sign, so Lions will walk it off here, and Matthew Deeren will step it back. Lions, here's one of those things. We talked to Coach Curtis Eben in the pregame about shoring up some penalties. Last week had a offsides penalty on a kickoff. Guys got to get those little things, just the timing of not beating the punter to the ball. A big kick there goes down to Vollink. He'll catch it at the 6. Now comes up the middle of the field, wrapped up, but can't be brought down. Now a host of Lions on him. He pushing away and gets it out across the 25 to the 26-yard line. Nice return there after the first tackle he broke. And Vollink will have the Orabs starting 1st and 10 on their own 26-yard line. The Orabs going back to a traditional style offense, and you'll see that wishbone offense that we saw way back in the day. But you heard from Coach Tyler Lloyd in the pregame show. This was a successful offense for them, very simplified. And when you're trying to teach younger players the game of football, this is a good way to start in teaching them the basics. Handoff over the left side goes to Vollink right away. He pushes the pile ahead for a couple. Ryan Volink will get 2 yards there on first down and bring up second down and 8. One of those things, too, when you run the ball like these guys do and do heavy run, that really limits the time for the Lions to have any offense out there if they can keep pursuing first downs. Once again, they will come out again. Blake Radke up under center here for the Orabs. Calls it out, hands off, second man through over the right side. That's Enger this time. Enger gets some positive yards, but wrapped up by Graham Eben, and coming up as well is Andrew Austin to make the tackle. Pickup of about 4, maybe 5. Looks like 4, and they will give him third down and a long 3, maybe a short 4. Do need to get to the 26-yard line, so give them 3.5 yards as the ball's placed between the 32 or the 33 and the 34. Radke under center again. He'll fake the hand, goes counter left side. Lions are on it. They wrap him up. Good job of fighting forward as Volink for a yard, but still short of the first down. And Sheldon may be forced to punt this one away on a 3-and-out. And that looks like that's what they will do. They will bring the punting team on. 4th down and 1 early in this one. Lions looking like they have forced a 3-and-out. But the Lions, now it looks like we're going to go for it on 4th down. First drive of the game, 4th and 1. Sheldon thinks they can do it. The big boys up front looking for that push. Second man through, tipped up and not. I don't think he got it. The Lions got through there. Evan Kruger, the first guy, getting great penetration, and this is going to be close. They're going to give him the yard he needed. Volink gets them the yard they want. They do pick up the first down. And a big gamble right away to start the game for Sheldon, but it pays off, and they'll keep the clock rolling. 1st and 10 for the Orabs. They'll send a receiver wide to the left side, sitting in that wishbone formation. You see the fullback and then the split tailbacks. Lots of deception there as Radke calls it out. Second man through is Enger. Enger puts the head down, pushes out to about the 40-yard line. 3 yards, maybe 4. Give him, see where they spot it. They're going to give him 3 yards. So 2nd down and 7. The big boys up front here for Sheldon, they carry a big load. You got 280, 260, 280, 230s. And they've got some steam there behind them. And they're looking to wear that Lion defensive line down. 2nd down and 7. Radke up under center. Calls it out. Going to hand to the fullback this time. He sneaks through for a first down. And that's the deception that comes with this offense as Jarrett Roos comes through the hole. Takes it out to the 48-yard line. Pickup of 7 yards on the carry for Jarrett Roos and a first down. Sheldon moving the ball here right at the midfield marker. Sheldon taking their time as very methodical on this on this offensive side of the ball. And right guard takes off a little bit too quick on that one. Gets off and moving. That is Parker Thomas, 6'4", 280-pound junior for the Orabs. And a 5-yard penalty. That might be what the Lions need there. Sheldon does not play well behind the chains, so that is a big thing here. They need to win first down. And right there, setting them back now, 1st down and 15. That could be a helpful deal for the Lions to try and force a get the ball back. Radke under center once again. Trying to go hard count, trying to get it back. They hand off to Roos up the middle. Nothing doing. He's blown up. Gabe Schulte getting in there as well as Evan Kruger. Gable Van Beek getting in there at the linebacker spot. Nothing doing. No gain on the play. Second down and 15 still for Sheldon. Clock moving, though. 7.5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. If nothing else, they're eating up a lot of clock. And like their coach said, that keeps them in the game. And it's hard to blow a team out if they keep the ball in their hands. Fake the hand one way, go back, counter the other way. Slips through the first tackle. Zakai Ditzworth could not wrap him up. Falls ahead. Might have gotten back. No, just short of the line of scrimmage. So going to be third down at about 11. Coy DeBoer on the carry that time. DeBoer, the fourth different running back used so far for Sheldon, and that's the advantage of this offense. It can be very deceptive, not sure who's going to have the football in their hands. Third down and 11. We'll see if they go to the passing game. Sheldon does not throw the ball very often. Radke's going to fake the hand, rolls out left side, looking to pass, heaves one over the top, and it is picked off by Reese Vanderzee, and tries to float one over the top. Vanderzee out-jumps the rest, and he takes it away. Not a surprise there. You give Reese a jump ball, I'll bet he wins that one 9 times out of 10. And the Lions force the turnover. And they'll take over first down and 10. So they get the stop, but Sheldon took about half the clock off there at 6:25 to go here in the first quarter. Lions now need to be efficient on the offensive side of the ball. Twins left here on the bottom side, single man up on the top. Shotgun formation. They'll hand off. No, it'll stay with Lutmer. He's rolling outside. Linebackers pursue. They wrap him up. And waiting for the whistle there. Lutmer looked like he'd given up on it. They will give him forward progress stopped of a yard. Coach even talked about the athleticism of these linebackers. Had the linemen taken care of, but the linebackers flow to the football and only give Lutmer, man, they're going to mark him back and not even give him a yard. And they'll say he got back to the line of scrimmage. Twins right now, single man to the left. That is Austin on the bottom of your screen. Shotgun formation. Handoff here to Eben. He goes right up the middle of the field. He's got a first down. Graham Eben, such a tough runner on that counter play. He picks up 12 yards on the run, and Graham has the Lions moving. Sheldon paying so much attention to the outside there. Don't want to let Lutmer get loose. Instead, they forget about Graham Eben. First and 10 Lions. Ball at the 44-yard line. Lutmer calls it out, fakes the hand. He'll keep. He's got room. Cuts through a few to the right side. Now up the field. He's down the corner. He'll outrun a lot. Almost gets tripped up. One man to beat. And put 6 on the board. It's a Lion touchdown. Zach Lutmer goes 56 yards for the Lion touchdown. Lutmer, just like that, got to the second level, and that's the deal. If you can catch him, you can put up some big plays there, and Zach Lutmer knows how to be elusive, and he is fast. So Lutmer puts up the 56-yard run with 5:03 to go in this first quarter. Swinging gate comes on to do the kicking duties. Matthew Deeren. Good snap and hold. Kick is up, and that kick is good as well. 7-0, 5 minutes to play in this first quarter. Lions on top of Sheldon. We'll be back with more Lion football on this Central Lyon Broadcast Network. Back at Dicknall Field, Joel Viss with you here on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network. Zach Lutmer, 56-yard touchdown run, and the Lions are on top early, 7-0. Took the Lions just 3 plays there to move it down the field. Lions will come on to kick here again. Matthew Deeren, he has gotten a workout this season on kickoffs. The Lions have put the points up, and he has done a lot of kicking this year. Deeren walks it off here, has the official signal. He's ready to go. The 3 tailbacks for the Orebs back deep. Volink going to catch it right at the 6-yard line, coming up the field again, right side. Runs into his own man, now crosses the field. He'll be wrapped up out of the 27, maybe the 28-yard line. Another nice return for Ryan Volink. Sheldon, 1st and 10 once again at the 27-yard line. Had a nice drive going, was moving the chains nicely, then got put behind the chains with a costly penalty, a false start on 1st down, and forced them into a 3rd and long and had to throw and turned into a turnover for the Lions. So on 1st down from the 27-yard line, Radke under center once again. He'll hand off, 2nd man through. That's Inger. Inger just puts the head down, carries it out to the 30 for a pickup of 3. 3 yards in a cloud of dust. That'll get you all the way to the end zone. It just takes a little bit of time. Coach Postma would really appreciate that. So 2nd down and 7 now for the Orebs. Clock on the move here in the 1st quarter. Lions with that 1 touchdown lead. Sheldon takes a lot of time. They work a lot of clock here before they snap the ball. Enger will get the ball again over the right side. He'll be wrapped up after a gain of another 2, maybe 3 yards. Andrew Austin crashing down and making a wrap up for the tackle. 3 more yards it was for Engel, so 3rd down and 4. See if the Lions can get a stop here again. Sheldon last time got 4th and 1 and went for it on their opening possession and was able to pick up the drive. Radke under center. Hands off Enger once again. Enger's bottled up but bounces it to the outside. Can't get a whole lot. Does pick up a yard. And it'll be 4th down in about 3. 4th down here. Now it looks like the punt team will come on for Sheldon. Not going to go for it with this kind of distance. Ball just inside of the 35-yard line. On to do the kicking duties here. Tyson Getting stands back at his own 23-yard line. Graham Eben, the lone man back here for the Lions, standing at his own 25. And flags will fly, and a false start against Sheldon will push them back 5 yards. And Getting will have to step it off here. 2:42 to go here in the 1st quarter. Lions lead 7-0. Sheldon lines up once again here. Getting now stands inside his own 20 at the 18-yard line on 4th and 7. Receives it cleanly, just about gets blocked by Lutmer. Ball is short and takes a Orab bounce at the 40 and rolls down inside the 35 to the 33-yard line where the Lions will take over 1st and 10. 2:23 to go. Lions, we'll see what they can come up with this time. Got the big play from Lutmer on the last drive. Graham Eben had a nice run in there as well. A little bit chilly out here today if you couldn't make it and you're watching us at home. A little bit cold, but a good crowd on hand for the Lions for homecoming and the mass band show. Welcome in all of our Sheldon Oreb fans as well if they're tuning in. Lutmer in the pistol formation. He'll hand off to Eben up the middle. He cuts it to the left, but slips and falls at the 36-yard line. Gets a pickup of 3. Graham trying to make a bigger move there and just loses his footing out there. So that'll set up 2nd down and 7 now for Central Lyon George Litterock. Twin receivers here on the bottom side of your screen here. One to the wide to the right. That is Vanderzee. Shotgun formation. Isaiah Johnson in motion. They'll hand to him on the jet over the right side. Cuts it up the field. He's fighting for the first down yardage. Going to be close, but might be about a yard short. Looks like he's out to the 43-yard line. Pickup of 7. And it is going to be a measurement. No, they're not even going to measure. They're just going to say the Lions have it. 1st and 10, and they'll move the chains. So fresh set of downs now for Central Lyon George Litterock with a 1-touchdown advantage. Looking to cap one more off here with 1:32 to go in this first quarter. Shotgun formation. Twins right, single man left this time. They'll fake the hand. Lutmer's going to keep right side, cuts it right up the middle of the field, following his blockers. He's got the first down and a little more. Inside of Oreb territory, down to the 45-yard line. 12-yard pickup for Lutmer on the carry. Lions with another first down. And starting to pick up the tempo a little bit more. Twins left, now trips on to the left side, here to your bottom side. Vanderzee comes in tight on the right side. Back to pass, looking left side. Now Lutmer rolls. Looking down the field, he throws one out in the flat. Has Vanderzee at the 30-yard line. Vanderzee outruns him, and he's going down, and he will score. But a flag back at the 20-yard line. Andrew Austin holding his helmet. He knows he got one there. I think you're going to see a block in the back, and that's going to come back. Still will be a first down for Vanderzee. But it'll bring it back to the 30-yard line. So a tough break there. Andrew Austin knew it. The flag came out. He turned around, and he immediately knew that was on him. So the ball will be set at the 30-yard line. It'll go as a 15-yard reception then for Reese Vanderzee. Penalty negating the touchdown. Coach Eben talked about that in the pregame of shoring up the penalties. Pistol formation again for the Lions on first down. They'll fake the hand, roll out right side for Lutmer. He's back to pass. He eludes the tacklers. Now throws out in the flat. Has his man over the sidelines. It's Austin, but he fumbles it at the 10-yard line, and now returned is Sheldon. Andrew Austin had a 15-yard reception and fumbled the football. Fumble goes to Sheldon, so a turnover. Now a flags will fly over there on the sidelines after the play. Multiple flags going in the air. So 2 penalties on that one. A sideline warning against Sheldon. That is nothing. Just a warning on the players to stay back. But then a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Kyle Giesink after the play. So after the turnover, the 15 yards will be marked off. It'll still be Sheldon Oreb football with 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. So a big break for the Orebs there. They get the turnover they need on the fumble by Andrew Austin, but then turn around with a big penalty and going to put themselves pinned deep. Looks like they'll put him down at the 11-yard line. .30 seconds to go here in the first stanza, live from Dick Nall Field. Joel Viss with you here. Glad to have you along on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network. Wishbone formation for Radke under center. He'll hand off. Looks like he'll go to Roos right up the middle of the field. No, that's Enger. And Enger will power ahead. Good carry on first down. Carries it out to the 16-yard line. Tough 5 yards for Jacob Enger. Second down and 5 now, but the clock should run out here. I don't think Sheldon will run another play, so that should do it for quarter number 1. After 1 quarter of play, Central Lyon George Little Rock leading Sheldon here on homecoming night in Rock Rapids, 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. We'll be back with the second quarter when we return to Central Lyon George Little Rock Lion football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
When the world changes, you change with it. By embracing new rhythms, redefining connection, and taking less for granted, you push through the uncertainty. And at every point along the way, we stand with you. Because even when your world looks different, our commitment to your care stays the same. Sanford Health. Health lives here.
After a long day, deciding on dinner can be tough, but a few simple words can make everything better.
Pizza's here!
End your day the right way with pizza and chicken from the carryout and delivery experts at your local Pizza Ranch.
Back at Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids for the start of quarter number 2. Central Lyon George Little Rock with a 7-0 lead after the first quarter. Zach Lutmer, a 56-yard touchdown run. Sheldon on their third offensive possession here of the game. Going to hand off a counter play over the left side, and brought down is Enger once again, but he's got enough for a first down as he carries it out to the 22. Another good 5 yards. Jacob Enger, the workhorse here for this aura of offense, gets the majority of the carries. Ryan Vollink gets his fair share as well. Then you got Coy DeBoer and Jarrett Roos in there. 4 good, solid running backs for this Oreb team. First down and 10 for Sheldon. Ball at the 22-yard line. Radke hands off, second man through. Enger just piles ahead, follows his blockers for a couple yards. Out to the 25, tough 2. The big boys up front for Sheldon. They got some size. They know how to move the football. And they are a load to bear. So the Lions got to dig their heels in, see if they can't get a negative play. Those are crucial for the Lions. Second down and 8. Well, 7, we'll say, after a 3-yard pickup. Ball right on the 25-yard line. Radke calls it out, second man through. This is Vollink this time. He'll carry ahead, tries to fight for more, and gets it out to the 27-yard line, maybe the 28. Give him 3 more. Third down and 4 now for Sheldon. Sheldon 4-2 on the season. 2-1 in District 1 play. Third down and 4. Ball at the 33-yard line. Wishbone formation. Radke looks over the defense, now under center. Call it out, tries to sneak Jarrett Roos through. He's wrapped up. He crosses the 30 to the 31. It's going to be fourth down and 1, maybe 2, after the 3-yard carry once again. So Sheldon, here they are deep in their own territory, fourth down again. They're going to go for it. They know that they can get that 1 yard. Defense has to step up here for the Lions, try and force this turnover, give themselves a short field. Radke under center here once again. Hands second man through. Enger, he's got the yard he needs as he's piled up on at the 33-yard line. Needed one, he got two. Orebs move the chains here. First down and 10. And they just keep milking that clock away. 9:15 to play in the first half. Coming up at the half, we've got the Mass Band Show. Central Lyon and George Little High School and Middle School bands combining on midfield, as well as our Hall of Fame inductions. Radke under center once again here on first down. He'll hand off. Second man through. Volink wrapped up by Ditzworth and brought down. Does fall forward for a couple yards out to the 35. Caden Van Berkom getting in there as well. So second down and 8 now for the Orebs. That's a win for the Lions. Anything less than 3 yards is a win for the defense. Trying to keep Sheldon behind the chains. Sheldon uses every bit of the play clock here. As Radke comes up there, he watches that play clock and knows when to snap the ball. Here he goes, rolling out right side, looking to pass out in the flat. Has his man Enger, first down and more, down the sidelines into Lyon territory. And he'll carry it down to the 42-yard line. Big time run there. 23 yards on the reception. He was wide open. 42-yard line of the Lions. Sheldon sets up first down and 10. Just a slow, methodical pace here of this game, playing right into the hands of the Orebs. That's what they want to do. Radke going to hand off Roos up the middle. He squeaks through for 3, maybe 4 yards inside the 40 to the 39. So give him 3. Second down and 7. Sheldon just working the clock away. Orebs break the huddle here. Radke will walk up underneath the line of scrimmage. He overlooks the field, checks out the defense, and then when he sees the play clock at the right spot, he goes down and calls out the count. Over the right side, tripped up by Denicus that time. That was Coy DeBoer. And DeBoer got tripped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. That'll make it third down and 7. Not where Sheldon wants to be, but they just showed you that they were able to throw the ball. Third down and 7 now for the Orebs. Ball set at the Lions' 39-yard line. Radke will come up under center. Radke calls it out, fakes the hand, rolls out, left side, looking down the field. Flags fly, completes the pass at the 30-yard line for the first down, but that one's definitely coming back. The umpire and the referee both throwing flags. Now a late flag here on the Orebs, and if that's another unsportsmanlike conduct on Giesink, he'll be ejected from the game. Giesink was the one who grabbed his helmet after it happened. So first we're going to have holding against the Orebs, so that'll negate the first down. It'll be third down and about 17 or more. And then they're going to tack on a 15-yard penalty after the play. Well, now there's some discussion here. They're going to leave the ball down. The ball is spotted at the 28-yard line. But we're having discussions here of what the flags are for with the officials. 6:12 to go in this second quarter. Lions lead 7-0. Sheldon forced a turnover. This one started back at their own 10-yard line and started moving the ball. Now we'll find out. So we have holding against Sheldon, so that'll be marked off from the spot of the foul in the backfield. So it'll be 3rd down and long. And then we have an unsportsmanlike conduct on Ryan Vollink after the play, which will be another 15 tacked on after it. So it's going to be 3rd down and forever here for the Orabs. So first the 10 yards marks the ball here back to the 47-yard line. And now another 15 is going to march the ball back to the 32-yard line. They need to get to the 32-yard line of the Lions to pick up the first down. So it'll be 3rd down and 36 for Sheldon. Radke comes under center here. Lions are going to pin their ears back and play off on this. No, they're going to run right up the middle of Coy DeBoer. DeBoer is going to get some positive yards out to the 40, pick up 8, but the punt team will come on, and Sheldon just taking what they're going to get here, just getting rid of the ball, and they'll go to the sidelines and regroup. So another good drive shut down because of penalties for Sheldon. And a tough break there for the Orabs as they had the ball moving. They had the first down they needed, but just could not complete it after the holding penalty. So Tyson Getting back on to punt from his own 30-yard line. Graham Eben back to return. Lions almost get to that one. Ball bounces and is knocked down. Lions are going to jump on it, and this might go to Sheldon, actually. That was not smart by the Lions. They should have just let Sheldon down the football. The Lions, I think, will have it because of first touch. Sheldon touched it first, and so the ball is essentially dead at that point. The Lions do have the opportunity, if Sheldon does not hold on to it, they can pick it up and run it, but they cannot be forced on a turnover because Sheldon touched the ball first. So now there's more discussions here. The officials are going to go over and talk to Coach Tyler Lloyd. And the offense will come onto the field here for the Lions. 5:11 to go in this second quarter. Lions with a 1-touchdown lead. And the Lions getting everything they wanted and more away from Sheldon here. Sheldon really sticking with him, playing tough, being aggressive up front, and putting the test to this number 2 ranked team in Class 2A. So first down and 10 now for the Lions as they break the huddle. Twin receivers to each side, wide here to the right side. They're in tight on the left. Man in motion. That is Johnson rolling out right side, looking down the field. Lutmer throws out in the flat. Vanderzee goes up, makes it, and tippy-toes the catch at the 40-yard line. An 11-yard catch for Reese Vanderzee. He can high point the ball, but that was a little extreme. But enough to get the toes down and tap them in for the first down. 1st and 10 Lions once again. Now it's going to be even. Swing pass out over the left side. He's got a first down as he gets knocked out of bounds across the 50 into Sheldon territory. They may put him right at the 50-yard line, and that is the case. So a 10-yard pickup for Graham. 1st and 10 Lions again, 4:56 here in the second quarter. Lions trying to pick up the pace, want to try and wear down this Sheldon team. Fake the hand, throws out in the flat. Johnson sidesteps one man, now breaks to the corner. He's got a first down, knocked out of bounds at the 35-yard line. 15 yards for Isaiah Johnson. Well, this is the pace the Lions want to play. They want to pick it up here, and Sheldon is going to be burning a timeout. And Coach Floyd has guys that go both ways, and he can't be having them wear down. So a timeout for the Orabs. We'll take a quick one with them, and we'll be back with more of this second quarter. You're watching Lion football on the Central Lion Broadcast Network.
After a long day, deciding on dinner can be tough, but a few simple words can make everything better.
Pizza's here.
End your day the right way with pizza and chicken from the carryout and delivery experts at your local Pizza Ranch.
Buy me a beer? You gonna say you're gonna buy me a beer? You're like, I can't. Now, Levi. Levi Cooper Schmidt over here. Hanging out, running the camera on the right side. Heiser on the left side here. We got two good producers in the booth with us. Twins left, single man right. Handoff goes to Eben right up the middle of the field. He's got a first down and more inside the 25 to the 24, 11 yards. Good tough run in there for Eben. He's got the clock moving. Lions looking to cap off another touchdown here before we get to the end. Twins left, single man to the right. Handoff again goes to Eben right up the middle of the field. Sidestepping defenders, puts the head down inside the 15 to the 12. Another 12 yards for Graham. Four minutes to go. Lions trying to peak up the pace here. Twins left, single man to the right. Vanderzee here on the bottom side of your screen. Shotgun formation for Lutmer. Hands off once again to Graham. Graham is wrapped up, though, as he crosses the 10. Gets down to the 9. 3 yards for Eben on that one. Second down and 7 for Central Lion George Litterock. 3:35 to play here in the first half. Lions looking to cap off a drive here and punch one in. Twins right, single man left. Fake the hand to Eben. Lutmer right up the middle of the field, and he will walk in for the Lion touchdown. 9-yard touchdown run with 3:18 to play here in the first half for Zach Lutmer, his second rushing touchdown of the night. Lutmer now 4 carries for 77 yards and a couple touchdowns here as he brings in the swinging gate. Matthew Deeren on to kick the extra point. Good snap, good hold. Matthew Deeren puts the ball up, and it is through. 3:18 to play in the first half. Central Lion George Litterock leading Sheldon 14-0. We'll be back with more Lion football on the Central Lion Broadcast Network.
When the world changes, you change with it. By embracing new rhythms, redefining connection, and taking less for granted, you push through the uncertainty. And at every point along the way, we stand with you. Because even when your world looks different, our commitment to your care stays the same. Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Back at Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids, Matthew Deeren has the ball teed up again. Lions now a 14-0 lead over the Sheldon Orabs. Zach Lutmer scoring his second touchdown of the night, a 9-yarder. Deeren will walk it off here to give the ball the boot. Ryan Vollink, the deep man, once again for Sheldon. Shorter kick this time is going to be caught by the upback, Coy DeBoer. Coy will start working right side. He's got some blockers as he gets around the corner. Nice return as he's knocked out of bounds close to the 35-yard line, and that is where they'll start him. So 3:09 to go. Sheldon, not a team that likes to push the ball and push the tempo down the field. We've seen some nice passes from them, though, tonight. And we'll see if they take a few shots here in the final 3 minutes to try and cut into this Lion lead. That wishbone offense, not technically the way you want to work the ball down the field in a hurry. It's more of a methodical drive, slow tempo. We saw that for much of the first half as Sheldon has really owned the tempo. The Lions here in that last drive got it picked up. Radke hands off to over the right side to Enger. Enger powers ahead. He's got 5, maybe 6. Give him 6 on the carry. Jacob Enger, his 10th carry of the night now. 34 yards on the ground for Enger. Clock on the move here. 2:45 to go in the second quarter. Handing off right up the middle again. The Lions were ready for it this time, just a couple. Jarrett Roos, the fullback that time, just powers ahead. 3rd down and 2. Sheldon trying to get a fresh set of downs. Maybe if they get closer to midfield, then they can take a few shots. Handoff right side goes to Enger. He's got that first down he needed. Going to carry out to the 49-yard line. Another tough 6 yards for Jacob Enger. Well, they're going to push him back to the 48 and say he stepped out of bounds. So the clock stops right now at 2:14 as Enger got himself out of bounds at the 48-yard line. 1st and 10. We'll see what Sheldon does. Fake the toss. Now they're going to go halfback pass. Vollink airs it out over the top and too far over the top. The intended receiver down there was Giesink, and he had to turn himself into a defensive back and just give a shove on Andrew Austin to make sure he didn't come down with the pass. Clock stops at 2:08 here, 2nd down and 10. Sheldon definitely does not want to give the ball back to the Lions. Definitely don't want a turnover here at this point. So we'll see if they go back to the running game. They will. Handoff and blown up in the backfield. They blitz at the perfect time. Caden Van Berkom gets in the backfield and blows up Jacob Enger for about a 5-yard loss. They will officially say a 4-yard loss on that one. So it'll be 3rd down, and the Lions are going to call timeout. With 2:01 to go here, Lions are going to force Sheldon to pass. Sheldon could, if they don't complete the pass, the clock will stop. If the Lions can force a 4th down, they'll use another timeout and a chance to get the ball back here with 2 minutes to play. Lions already have 1 turnover on the night. Reese Vanderzee with an interception earlier. Lions returned the favor later on in the first quarter as Andrew Austin put the ball on the ground. So Coach Eben out here talking with his defensive backs while Coach Lupkus is down talking to the front 7. Figuring out what's going to come here. Losing our screen here with our camera up top, so hopefully we'll let you know what's going on. Under center is Radke. Radke calls it out. He's rolling out left side. Looking down into the flat, has his man Volink at the 45-yard line. Makes the catch, but he is going to be well short of the first down, 11 yards. But it'll be 4th down and about 4. Lions called the timeout. Ryan Volink on the reception. Glad to have that camera back again. Need the camera in working order. We got a big halftime show coming up for you with the Hall of Fame induction as well as the mass band show. So it's 4th down and 3, ball at the 45-yard line. The thing about this for Sheldon is they do have the ability to run the ball now on 4th down, or they can punt it away and play the field position game if they're going to give the ball back to the Lions. It looks like they're going to go for it on 4th down. And so the Lions will send their defense out. This would be a big 4th down here. Minute 52 to go. Lions still with 1 timeout in their pocket. If they can force the stop, the clock will stop on the change of possession. So no need to burn that last timeout. Radke's going to come under center here. 4th down and 3. Trying to go hard count against the Lions. Not there. Now Sheldon's going to call timeout. Looking for the first down, didn't get it. Now you might see them bring the punt team on and force the Lions backwards. So the chess match is in play with 1:52 to go. Fourth down and 3, ball at the Lion 45-yard line. Lions with that 14-0 lead. Sheldon has done a nice job of moving the ball. A couple penalties here in the first half have really cost them. They've had 2 drives that got into Lion territory and were shut down because of some costly penalties at the wrong time. So they're going to go for it here on 4th down. They call it out. They're going to fake the hand, rolling out right side. Heavy pursuit by Denicus. Thrown out in the flat, and Van Berkom makes the pick and brings it to the 50-yard line. Drew Denicus, the defensive end, was in pursuit. Just had to lob it over the top, and that allows Van Berkom to come underneath and make the interception. Van Berkom had a big pick last week at Unity, almost had 2. But here he gets one late in the game. 1:45 to go. Ball at the 50-yard line. Lions have the ability to take a few shots here. They'll send 3 wide here to the near side. Single wide to the left. Lutmer is going to send Eben in motion. Now rolling out. Lutmer, heavy pressure. The blitz is on. He's going to take off and run. Goes down the sidelines. He's down. He's wide open. And Lutmer is going to strut into the touchdown. A 50-yard touchdown run. They brought the blitz. He got past the front 7, and he was wide open down the sidelines. I don't know if Sheldon thought he was going to run out of bounds or not, but it just opened up and the seas parted, and Lutmer has his 3rd touchdown of the half, this time a 50-yarder. Lutmer now 5 carries for 127 yards and those 3 touchdowns here in the first half as they bring on the swinging gate with 1:34 to play. Good snap and hold. The kick is up and the kick is good as well. And just like that, the Lions hold a 3-touchdown lead with 1.5 minutes remaining. We'll take a break and be back with more Lion football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network. Back at Dicknall Field, homecoming going well for the Lions here at the half, or close to the half, I should say. The Lions sit with a 21-0 lead after Zach Lutmer scores his third touchdown of the game, a 50-yarder. Walking off the kick here once again is Matthew Deeren. And he'll walk it up and gives it a boot, a high end-over-end kick. Volink underneath of it at the 5. Working right side here, Ryan Volink will be knocked around and pushed out of bounds at about the 25 with 1:27 to go. Sheldon will come out here, most likely take a few runs and go into the half, and definitely some positives for the Orabs in this half, but definitely some things they need to alter and change. I don't believe Sheldon will take a few shots here with 1:27, but they might. They have had that success in the passing game. They've hit a couple here on the Lions. So 1st and 10 in that wishbone formation, Radke under center. Radke calls it out, hands off Inger over the right side. He'll tiptoe around the corner and gets upfield for a good couple yards. Out to the 27 for 4. Second down and 5 or 6, depending on the spot here. Sheldon taking their time clock, under a minute to go here in the half. On second down, Sheldon's going to use every inch of the play clock as it sits at 12 seconds. Radke, a good job there of watching that, knowing when to call it out. Hands off here, counter play on the other side, wrapped up by Zakai Ditzworth is Coy DeBoer, and a late flag will come in, and I do believe that might be on Giesink there. And that's a tough break there. Coy DeBoer went for nothing. Zakai Ditzworth made the tackle, then some late frustration, I want to say. And Giesink is walking off the field. And it is on Giesink, another unsportsmanlike conduct, his second of the game. So Kyle Giesink has been disqualified, and he has been ejected from the game. Frustration penalties after the play, and those are tough for kids out there. And you never want to see a kid get ejected for a game after that, and hopefully the coaching staff works with him and he can learn from it, but he will not be playing anymore in this one. 30 seconds to go, and they will mark off the 15-yard penalty. It was 3rd down and 5. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 20. Now the Lions here on 3rd down, now that this penalty is going to push them way back to about the 12-yard line, the Lions may use a timeout if they run the ball here and try and force them to punt and give them another chance. So that ends up being a very costly penalty for Sheldon, because that puts them in 3rd and 24 at the 12. Most likely going to run and make the Lions burn a timeout. It is Anger up the right side, carries it out to the 20 for a carry of 8. And the Lions will use their timeout. So an 8-yard carry for Enger will set up 4th down and about 13. Lions call timeout. They are going to force Sheldon to punt the ball away with 27 seconds. He will be punting this one from about his 12-yard line. So even if the Lions do not get a good kick, they'll be set up where they can maybe take a few shots at the end zone. Definitely they've got the wide receivers to do it. You got Vanderzee and Austin, both big, deep threats. You got your underneath guys. You've got Elbert in there, Johnson, even if he needs to sneak out of the backfield. And who knows if it's a really short kick, if the Lions come in and fair catch it, you got that opportunity at a free kick. But there's 27 seconds on the clock, so I don't think they will utilize that play. So standing inside of his 10-yard line now. Getting will get the ball and boots it. It's spiraling out of bounds. Not going to let Lutmer return the ball. And it goes out of bounds at the 46, 47-yard line. The Lion offense is going to come out with 18 seconds left and a chance to take a few shots at the end zone here before the half. So Sheldon has played extremely well. Wow, they're going to say the ball shot up the sidelines. Didn't go out of bounds until it was at the 45 of the Lions. It's a 9-yard swing there by not picking that ball up. Lions will bring everybody in tight on this one. Man in motion, left to right. That is Johnson rolling out right side. They'll find Johnson out in the flat. He'll run and get out of bounds at the 48-yard line. 8-yard pickup there to Isaiah Johnson. So second down and 3 with 12 seconds to go. Lions no timeouts remaining, so they need to play the sidelines if they're going to do that, or they got to take a deep shot down the field. Everybody in tight once again, a tight shotgun package. Back to pass is Lutmer. He's looking deep down the field. He's going to heave one, and it'll be batted around and knocked incomplete. Well underthrown. The Lions lucky that one didn't get picked off. Andrew Austin deep down the field. So with 4 seconds to go, the Lions will have the ball. Now it's at the 48-yard line again here. Lions will have one more chance to take a heave, and we'll see what Hail Mary package we can come up with. 5 wide, empty backfield. You also have that threat. Lutmer, he could run it from that point as well. He's going to step up in the pocket, rolls right side. Here it comes. Heave down the sidelines looking for Elbert. Jump ball is knocked away and knocked incomplete. On the coverage there for the Arabs was Blake Radke, and he'll bring the half to a close. 21-0. Lions lead here at the half. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back. Don't go anywhere. We've got a mass band show coming your way, and you're watching Central Lyon George Little Rock Lion football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
Here's to welcoming moments, big and small. At Avera, our nationally recognized health system will be right here with you, with care and coverage. Partner with Avera for more hellos, more hugs, more memories. We'll move you forward through sickness and health, and every milestone in between. Hello possibility, hello healthy, hello life. Avera, moving health forward.
At Frontier Bank, we know you're busy with what really matters. That's why our Big Deal checking account was created to make banking work for you. While you're keeping up with life's daily transactions, your Big Deal checking account is earning you monthly rewards. Competitive rates, refunds on ATM fees, and more, with no minimum balance or monthly service fees required. And you can apply for a Big Deal account from anywhere in less than 10 minutes. Focus on what matters most. Bank with Frontier Bank. See a customer service representative for more information. Member FDIC.
And we welcome you back here to Dicknall Field at the half. Central Lyon George Little Rock leading Sheldon 21-0 at the half. A triplicate of rushing touchdowns for Zach Lutmer, putting the score at the point we are at. And we are watching the combined efforts here tonight of the Mass Band Show on Homecoming. The combined efforts of the Central Lyon and George Little Rock High School bands will also be joined by the George Little Rock and Central Lyon Middle School bands for a great show here tonight. So we'll turn it over to them, and we'll let them show you the way through halftime and homecoming here at Central Lyon George Little Rock.
Now for your halftime entertainment, we proudly present our mass band show for this year, featuring the bands from Central Lyon and George Little Rock. The first performing group of the evening will be the Central Lyon High School Band under the field direction of drum major Anna Warty. Marching Lions, are you ready to perform? Band, the field is yours. The Central Lyon High School Band opened with a Western-style number titled How the West Was Won. At this time, we direct your attention to the north end of the track, where we are featuring the combined George Little Rock High School and Middle School Band. Watch now as they perform the 1980s disco hit made famous by the group Flip 8, titled Funky Town, under the direction of drum major Lexi Landis. We now direct your attention to the south end of the track, where you'll see the Central Lyon Middle School Band. Watch now as they play one of the most recognizable movie themes of all time, the James Bond theme, under the direction of drum major Sophie Ryder. As our mass band continues to form on the field, we will now present the combined high school bands featuring the flags drawn front on the track. They will be playing another very famous movie theme, this one the theme from the Rocky movies, Gonna Fly Now. It is now our pleasure to present to you our mass band, consisting of all the performing groups you have seen. They will be presenting the pop rock hit made famous by the group Owl City and Canadian artist Carly Rae Jepsen, Good Time. this time, the last of our performers will be entering the field as the Central Lyon 6th grade band joins our math performance group. And now, please rise and clap along as our fully assembled mass band plays both the Central Lyon and George Little Rock School songs.
When the world changes, you change with it. By embracing new rhythms, redefining connection, and taking less for granted, you push through the uncertainty. And at every point along the way, we stand with you. Because even when your world looks different, our commitment to your care stays the same. Sanford Health. Health lives here.
DeNoble Austin & Company PC, Certified Public Accountants, offers a variety of services including payroll, auditing, sales tax, financial statement preparation, and of course, income taxes. Whether you're a farmer, small or large business owner, or just require some assistance with your personal finances, DeNoble Austin & Company PC can save you time and peace of mind with the skills you need and the service you expect. Located in Rock Rapids and Laverne.
And we welcome you back here live from Dicknall Field. You see the band exiting from the field here tonight. And a big thank you to the Central Lyon and George Little Rock High School and Middle School and 5th grade bands. And putting on a fine performance for us. Part of the Mass Band Show and Homecoming here tonight. And also part of Homecoming, it is Hall of Fame night here at Central Lyon. And we'll get to induct officially, hand out our plaques in front of the crowd here to our 2 Hall of Fame inductees here tonight. Mitch Lupkus, the class of 2007, the son of Jim and Sandy Lupkus, his wife Leah, and his children Miles, Tripp, and Renly out there. Mitch Lupkus, a 4-year letter winner, or a 4-year player in football, track, and wrestling, with a 3-time letter winner and starter at football, 2-time first-team All-District, 2004 and 5. He won a district title, and, of course, that 2006 team state championship. He was a part of that team as well. In the track, he was a 2005 state qualifier in the 4x1. In 06, he qualified in the 4x2, the 4x4, the 4x1, and the 100-meter dash. In 07, he was a state qualifier in the 200-meter, the 100-meter, where he was a runner-up, and a runner-up in the 4x2 as well. And then in 07 on the track down at the Blue Oval, a state champion in the 4x1, and setting a Central Lyon record at the time. In wrestling, a first-team all-conference selection, and a 2007 team dual tournament and dual conference champions as well. Went on to play at the University of Sioux Falls, where he was a 4-time letter winner and a 2-time national champion and a 2-time runner-up for USF. Now he works at George Litterock for us and is our one of our defensive coordinators on the field. So congratulations to Mitch Lumpkis in the class of 2007. Our other inductee on the field, Dana J. Dykhouse in the class of 1975, the son of Emerson and Evelyn Dykhouse. LaDawn, his wife out there, and also has Dan Dykhouse, his children, with his wife Christina, and Alana Bresky with her husband Josh. Dana was a 4-year football participant, track, 1 year of basketball, 4 years in FFA, and 3 years of baseball, 4 years in the music. He was a 2-time first-team All-Siouxland Conference and a 1-time All-State selection on the football field. He was a first-team All-Conference wrestler. He was the vice president of the FFA and a star Iowa farmer. Moving on, he went on to South Dakota State University, where he was an all-conference defensive tackle. Now he is the CEO of First Premier Bank, and he has his name enshrined at South Dakota State as well on the Dana J. Dykhouse Student Activity Center and the Dana J. Dykhouse Stadium, named after Dana Dykhouse, here being elected into the Hall of Fame as well as part of our class here tonight, and from back in 1975. Part of that first undefeated team that we had, 3 years of undefeated teams. Obviously, the championship teams came in 76 and 77. The 75 team, they felt should have been declared a state champion out there, but did finish with an undefeated record. Lions lead here 21-0 at the half over Sheldon. Some other scores from around the area. West Lyon at Unity Christian here tonight. They lead 10-0 at the half. And Okoboji leading Cherokee at the half by a score of 14-8. Over in District 2, Spirit Lake leading Clarion Goldfield Downs at the half 28-21. So some of those area scores around the world. For the Lions defensively here tonight, doing a nice job there defensively, keeping the goose egg on the board against Sheldon, holding Sheldon 28 carries for 83 yards. Blake Radke, 2 of 4 passing for 34 yards and an interception. So just over 100 yards of offense for Sheldon in the first half. For the Lions, they've racked up some yards, largely in part because of Zach Lutmer's legs and his 3 touchdowns. They've got 11 carries for 175 yards. Lutmer doing it through the air as well. 6 of 8 passing for 74 yards through the air. So the Lions at about 250 yards of offense in the first half. You see the Lions on the field here, as well as the Orams, getting some final warm-ups in before the second half. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with our second half here as you're watching Central Lyon George Litterock Lion football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
After a long day, deciding on dinner can be tough, but a few simple words can make everything better.
Pizza's here!
End your day the right way with pizza and chicken from the carryout and delivery experts at your local pizza ranch. Mm-mm.
And we're back here at Dicknall Field, ready for half number 2. Joel Viss with you here tonight on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network. Glad to have you along. 21-0. The Lions will start with the football here in half number 2. Central Lyon George Litterock won the toss. They elected to defer, so Sheldon took the football to start the game. So the Lions will get the football here to start off half number 2. Coming on to do the kicking duties for the Sheldon Orams. We'll take a look here. It looks like it is Matthew Meyer As Meyer will wait for the signal from the official, a 6-foot, 160-pound junior for Sheldon. Back to do the receiving, Josh Elbert and Graham Eben. Short pooch kick will be caught by the upback for the Lions, just taking it down and going down to a knee to possess the ball. Zakai Ditzworth coming up, defensive end and H-back for the Lions. So the Lions will get some outstanding field position to start half number 2. They will start at the 38-yard line. Lions will come out and see if they can get things going. Sheldon controlled much of the tempo early in the first half. Late in the second quarter, the Lions got the tempo going in their direction a little bit faster, quicker pace, and that proved to be the way to play for the Lions. They started off right side. Graham Eben carries out ahead to the 45-yard line. Big 7 yards to get us started. Eben's had some nice runs on the season, a couple times over 200 yards. And a consistent runner here for us and doing a nice job again tonight. Second down and 3 for the Lions. Pistol formation. Twins here to the bottom side. They'll hand off again to Eben. He's got running room. Gets through the first tackle, has the first down and more. Down to the 46-yard line. Big run for him of 9 more yards. Graham doing a good job of getting through that one tackle. Had a beat on him. Was probably going to get the first down, but able to pick up 5 more yards after the contact. So a fresh set of downs for the Lions. They'll send Twins to the left side this time. Single man here on the bottom side. That's Reese Vanderzee, shotgun formation. Lutmer calls it out, fakes the hand. He'll keep it right up the left side. All sorts of running room. Cuts it out, breaks off a tackle, trying to spin out of it, but can't. Brought down inside the 30 at the 27-yard line. Mitchell Lockey, the senior, coming up and making the tackle on Lutmer. $19-yard run for Zach Lutmer there. Lions trying to pick up some pace here. And an offset here. Open the field up. Quick pass here. Reese Vanderzee throws it over the top. Back to Lutmer. Lutmer makes the catch. No, they'll say incomplete pass from Vanderzee. Lions showing something different there. Vanderzee played quarterback a couple weeks ago when Lutmer was down at Cherokee. There they tried to run Zach out into the flat. In an odd offset formation, the offensive linemen were one way. It almost looked like the swinging gate formation. Back to more traditional offense here on second down for the Lions. Fake the hand. Lutmer keeps right side, break into the corner. He'll outrun the defense, picks up a block, and he's going to score. 27-yard touchdown for Zach Lutmer, his 4th of the night. Lutmer, he's so quick, so good. If he gets to the edge, he is gone. And another touchdown for Lutmer. A big night here for the King, homecoming King, Zach Lutmer. As he will walk out here to set up the swinging gate. And he will call for it. Too tired to run the 2-point conversion, probably. No need for it as well. Matthew Deeren on to kick here once again. High snap, but Lutmer corrals it. Gets it down, and Deeren puts it through. So with 10:16 to play in the third quarter, Lions on top, 28-0. We'll be back with more Lion football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
When the world changes, you change with it. By embracing new rhythms, redefining connection, and taking less for granted, you push through the uncertainty. And at every point along the way, we stand with you. Because even when your world looks different, our commitment to your care stays the same. Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Back at Dicknall Field, 28-0. Central Lyon George Little Rock taking the opening drive of the second half and capping it off. Zach Lutmer, 27-yard for his 4th touchdown of the night. Lutmer having a nice night on the ground so far. Unofficially, 7 carries, 173 yards with those 4 touchdowns. Deeren will come on to do the kicking duties again. Volink, the deep man there, a squib kick, will roll up ahead there, and it looks as if Enger will pick it up as the up man and bring it across the 25 to the 28, maybe the 29 on the far side of the field there, so we'll have to see where they mark it officially. And they will say the 28-yard line, so it'll be first down and 10 for the Orebs there. Orebs moved the ball effectively in the first half. They really did push it down the field, had some great drives going and just upended by penalties. We'll see if they can build on that here in the second half. Radke under center. Wishbone formation. He'll hand off right side to Enger. Enger, a nice little hole. He shoots up the field and gets out to the 34-yard line. Good 6 yards on that. Enger patiently waiting for the hole to develop and then explodes through it. They're going to only give him 4, as they say when he dove. His knee went down at the 34-yard line. So 5 yards probably. Second down and 5. Wishbone formation, wide receiver wide to the left side here on the bottom side. They'll hand off. Enger once again. He hits the pile, bounces off one, but then wrapped up again as he is brought down by Gable Van Beek. Good second effort there as he hit the pile and carries it out to the 36 for 2 more. Third down at about 3 now. Lions will break the huddle once again. Trying to get a stop here, make a 3 and out, see if Sheldon will punt the ball away. Sheldon, if they get close enough, they're not afraid to go for it on 4th down. Right side, it goes to Volink. Volink cuts it up the field. He's got the first down as he crosses the 40 out to the 41-yard line, well, 42, so they'll give him 6. First down and 10 for Sheldon, a chain mover. Sheldon trailing by 4 touchdowns, though. Moving the ball nicely, but eating up a lot of clock, and they need to make up some time here, trailing by 4 touchdowns. Radke under center once again. He'll hand off here, left side. Goes to Volink once again, spins off 1 tackle. Now he's wrapped up a host of lines. The ball hit the ground, and we'll see if they say it. It looks like the near side official said he was down or his forward progress was stopped before the ball came out. Coming up making the stop on that was Josh Elbert, and then a host of Lions joined him. Discussion happening here on whether his forward progress was stopped. So the discussion will be forward progress stopped on the field. I know my scoreboard is off. It is delayed. Quick handoff right up the middle goes to Jarrett Roos. He goes for a yard. Not much working on that one. Going to set up a 9-yard, put him back behind the ball here. Lions doing a nice job up front that time. Roos has gotten some nice yards. Just kind of sliding that fullback through. So 3rd down and 9 for Sheldon. Calling it out, they'll hand off right side to Enger. Enger cuts it up the field, not much. He does get a couple as he crosses the 45 to the 46. 3 yards. It's going to set up fourth down and about 6. And you're most likely going to see the punt team come on, try and flip the field position. So on fourth down, 6:32 to go here in the third quarter. Punting team on, and they will give the ball a boot, angling it off to the sidelines and kicking it out of bounds. Not even give Lutmer a chance to return it. At the Lions will take over. First down and 10 back at their own 27-yard line. So first down and 10 for Central Lyon George Littlerock here. Lions break the huddle here on first down. Twin receivers off to the left side, single man to the right side. Man in motion, that's Johnson. They'll hand to him on the jet. He'll cut it up the field. Stair-stepping's got blockers in front of him. Out across the 30 to the 31. Going to be a pickup of 9. 9 yards will set up second down and 1 for Central Lyon George Littlerock. Clock on the move as it dips below 6 minutes to play. Twin receivers here on the bottom side. There's a single receiver wide to the left. They're going to fake the hand. Lutmer goes right up the middle of the field. He's off to the races, hits his own man. Now reverses field. Lutmer is going to outrun the field. Can he get by Radke? Yes, he will. Stays in bounds, and Zach Lutmer, 5 touchdowns on the night. This one, a 69-yarder for Zach, and King Lutmer is proving it here tonight. He is on fire. It's the final regular season home game for the Lions. It's homecoming, a big crowd on hand, and Zach Lutmer is showing off. Lutmer now with 242 yards, respectively, unofficially. Bearing down here, possibly could go. Looking at a school record, if he can get to it, it's over 300 yards. Kick is up there for Matthew Deeren once again. It is through with 5:26 to play. It's 35-0 in favor of Central Lyon George Littlerock. The running clock will come into effect when we come back to more Lion football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
At Frontier Bank, we know you're busy with what really matters. That's why our Big Deal checking account was created to make banking work for you. While you're keeping up with life's daily transactions, your Big Deal checking account is earning you monthly rewards. Competitive rates, refunds on ATM fees, and more, with no minimum balance or monthly service fees required. And you can apply for a Big Deal account from anywhere in less than 10 minutes. Focus on what matters most. Bank with Frontier Bank. See a customer service representative for more information. Member FDIC.
Back at Dicknall Field, 35-0. Central Lyon George Littlerock on top. Zach Lutmer on the board again. 5 touchdowns tonight. This time a 69-yarder. Lutmer unofficially 242 yards on the night on just 8 carries. Matthew Deeren to give the ball a boot. A low line driving kick will bounce and be picked up by Coy DeBoer. He's the deep man working it up the right side and be run out of bounds at the 22-yard line. Clock will be in motion here. The Lions will start to filter in a couple of the second teamers. With 5 minutes to go here, Sheldon not built for big comebacks in their offense, so credit them for sticking with it here. They're still staying with that run game. They're not trying to throw it down the field. They're just working their offense, trying to build a program here as Tyler Lloyd hands it off right up the middle to Jarrett Roos. He'll carry the pile ahead for a couple. Out to the 24 for 2. Roos right there, technically the third running back in this offense that they run. Anger the featured back, then Ryan Vollink gets a host of carries, and Jarrett Roos gets the dirty yards inside, the big fullback. 2nd down and 7 for Sheldon. Radke under center once again, hands off right side to Anger. He busted outside. He'll be wrapped up and brought down after a gain of a couple. Going to bring him out to about the 26-yard line, 2, maybe 3 yards on the carry. Going to set up 3rd down at about 5. Ball put down at the 27-yard line here for Sheldon. Clock moving at 3:35. Here in the 3rd quarter, Lions with that 35-0 lead, a running clock. Radke under center once again. Going to fake the hand, rolling out left side, looking out in the flat, has his man, catch is made at the 35, gets up the field to the 39-yard line, 13 yards. They're on the reception. It goes out there to Jarrett Roos, sneaking out of the backfield. So another good reception there. We've seen that a couple times out of Sheldon. They've able to hit that little 10-yard out pattern. So 1st and 10 for the Orams. Ball at the 39-yard line. Radke up under center again. Hands off right side to Anger. Anger beats one man but gets wrapped up crossing the line of scrimmage. Does a good job of at least picking up yardage. Out across the 40 to the 40. Oh, they're going to put it right on the 40, so a pickup of 1. Second down and 9 for Sheldon now as they're going to send one of their big hosses to the sidelines here. And having to sub out one of those big offensive linemen, Parker Thomas, 6'4", 280. Radke under center calls it out, and Anger trips. Now they shovel it off to him in the backfield. Lions pursue. Graham Eben comes up there. Caden Van Berkom as well. And they knock him down in the backfield for a loss back at the 37-yard line and a loss of 3. Anger slipped on the initial run there. Radke went with him, then just shovel passed it to him. Now it'll be 3rd down and 12 for Sheldon. Ball back at the 37-yard line. 1:25 to go. Back to pass now, rolling right side, throws out in the flat, through the hands of Gable Van Beek, then through the hands of Anger, falls incomplete. Lions will force 4th down, and Sheldon will come on to punt the ball away. 55 seconds to go. As we see, we've lost video now, too. Technical difficulties all over the place with the camera here. Lutmer stands back deep as they angle the punt out of bounds again. And they kick it wildly. It landed on the track. Well, let's see here. Where are they going to mark it? They're going to mark it. Wow, not a very good kick at all. It'll be marked at the 47-yard line. Central Lyon George Litterock will not run a play here in the 3rd quarter. The quarter will come to an end, and the Lions will lead 35-0 here as we go to the fourth quarter. We'll come back in just a few moments and bring you quarter 4 from Rock Rapids. Central Lyon George Little Rock leading Sheldon 35-0. You're watching Lyon football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
After a long day, deciding on dinner can be tough, but a few simple words can make everything better.
Pizza's here!
End your day the right way with pizza and chicken from the carryout and delivery experts at your local Pizza Ranch. Mm-mm.
Back for the fourth quarter. Lions start 1st and 10. They'll hand off to Eben over the right side. He breaks it outside, cuts it up the field, breaks through a few tackles, brought down at the 50 for an 8-yard pickup on first down. We'll set up 2nd down and 2. Second down and 2 now for the Lions as they try and get things going. 35-0 the lead. Lions still have the starters in. Coach even alluded to seeing the starters play a little bit more, trying to get them more carries and get them into the mode of playing 4 quarters, as they haven't needed to do that. Graham even over the left side this time, barrels ahead inside of the 50-yard line down to the 46. Tough 4 yards and a first down for Graham. So 1st down and 10 now for Central Lyon George Little Rock. Lions will set up here. Twins left, single man to the right, shotgun formation. Handoff Eben again up the middle of the field. Sidesteps a few defenders and cuts it up inside the 35, down to the 32, but a flag flies in the area of a hold. And that one will most likely be coming back. It is a hold against the Lions, so we'll march that one back. So the 10-yard penalty against the Lions from the spot of the foul, so they were downfield at the 41, so they will march that back to the 49-yard line of Central Lyon George Little Rock. And it will be 1st down in about 15. Twins left, single man to the right side. Lutmer in the shotgun. He'll hand off Eben left side. Eben powers ahead across the 50 to the other 49. 2 yards for Graham on that carry. Clock on the move at 10 minutes to go in the ball game. Lions leading 35-0. Lions just running the ball here, not trying anything too fancy with the big lead. We'll see if they need to, if they get put in a 3rd and long situation. Twins left, single right, pistol formation. Blitz coming and a hard count. They draw Sheldon off sides. Connor McDonald, the senior middle linebacker, was ready to bring the blitz. And just a little too antsy as he goes on the hard count. So the Lions will pick up 5 free ones and set up 2nd down and 8. Clock still moving at 9:40 to play here in the ball game. Twins left, single man to the right side here this time. Pistol formation for Lutmer. Sheldon showing blitz once again on second down. They're going to hand off right side to Even. Even breaks free. He's going to the right side. Picks up a block from Vanderzee down the sidelines. Graham Even will score from 44 yards out. Graham Even has his first touchdown of the night. Graham Even, the first person other than Zach Lutmer to score, extending the lead to 41-0. Graham now over 100 yards on the night once again, having a fine season at the tailback position. Lions bring in the swinging gate. Matthew Deeren on to do the kicking duties. Even the snapper, good hold by Lutmer, good kick by Mr. Deeren. And it is 42-0 with 9:17 to play here in the fourth quarter. We'll be back with more Lion football on the Central Lion Broadcast Network.
After a long day, deciding on dinner can be tough, but a few simple words can make everything better.
Pizza's here.
End your day the right way with pizza and chicken from the carryout and delivery experts at your local pizza ranch.
Back at Dicknall Field, 9:17 to play in the ball game. Lions on top again with another score. This time, Graham Eben goes from 44 yards out to give the Lions a 42-0 edge. Here on homecoming night, Matthew Deeren on to kick the ball away here once again. Deep man for the Sheldon Orabs is Ryan Volink. You've got Enger off to the right side here and Coy DeBoer off to the left. Kick is up, and Volink, a little miscommunication. Ball will bounce and roll into the end zone just barely. It hit the goal line and came back out. But that will be enough for a touchback. So the ball will come out to the 20-yard line now for Sheldon, and they will start once again. 42-0. The Lions will bring on the second teamers here. Coming in there, and Lane Kruger here at a cornerback spot. Andrew Eben back at a safety position. Reed Fulkins in there. Ethan Hofert. Charlie Hamilton up front. Rolling out left side, here is Radke. Pursuit by Wyatt Krall. Throws out in the flat and knocked out of bounds. The catch is made. Carson Vandentop shoving him out of bounds, but making the catch for about 7 yards. I'll give him 8 yards. Radke finding Jarrett Roos. Second down and 3 now for Sheldon. Clock dips below 8.5 minutes to play. Radke up under center once again. Calls it out. He'll hand off. Right side goes to Enger. Enger has lots of running room. And he's brought down by a host of Lions out towards the 39, 12 yards on the run there for Enger. Enger has been a workhorse here tonight, as he's got 21 carries on the night. 21 carries for 69 yards for Jacob Enger. 6 foot, 195-pound senior tailback. First down and 10 for Sheldon. Radke comes up under center once again. He'll call it out. Going to hand off Roos. He'll cut right side on the counter play. Lions trying to wrap him up. Tyler Grieve, Lane Kruger, now Moore still pushing the pile ahead. And the big hosses push him across the 50 to the 49-yard line for 12 yards. Blake Roos probably had 5 or 6 yards, but the guys coming behind him helped him for the next 6. So another first down for Sheldon as they cross into Central Lyon George Little Rock territory. 7 minutes to go in the ball game. Sheldon looking to knock the goose egg off the board here against the Lions second teamers. Radke calls it out. He's going to fake the hand, rolls out left side, pitch out over to DeBoer. DeBoer down the sidelines. He's got a first down and a few more. He'll take it to the 37-yard line. Another 12 yards. Coy DeBoer. Option play over the left side there was very tight. Not a whole lot of room there for Radke to pitch it, but does end up being effective. First and 10, Orabs at the Lion 37-yard line. 6:25 to play now in this fourth quarter. Radke under center once again, calls it out, hands off right side. It goes to Enger. Enger breaks through the first tackle. He'll carry a host of Lions again down to the 25-yard line. Another 12-yard run. And they just keep churning out the yards. Enger with another first down run here. Another fresh set of downs for the Orabs as they are just marching it down the field. Lions second teamers need to dig the heels in, trying to keep them off the board. Radke going to hand off Roos right up the middle of the field. He's got some yardage, walking through some defenders. Inside the 20 down to the 18 for 7. Second down and 3 now for Sheldon. Clock still moving. A 42-0 lead for Central Lyon George Little Rock. Radke is going to come under center. Now he checks back to the sidelines. Going to change the play call. Radke now down underneath, and they go hard count, and they're able to draw the Lions off sides. So, free 5 yards will give the Orabs another first down. As the Lions second teamers need to shore some things up here on the defensive side of the ball. Clock will stop momentarily on the penalty. As soon as we get set for the first down, they will start the clock again. 5 minutes to go, but it's first and 10 for Sheldon at the 12-yard line. They'll hand off to Enger. Enger wrapped up in the backfield. He's brought down. Simon Konitschke, the senior linebacker. He got there first, and Wyatt Krall came in late, but they bring him back to the 15-yard line. 3-yard loss for Enger on the run. So now it is second down and 13 back at the 15-yard line. Radke going to hand off to Roos. Roos all sorts of running room over the left side. He's inside the 5 down to the 3-yard line. Be a 13-yard pickup and a first down. They'll give him the 2-yard line. So first and goal now for Sheldon as they will hand it up the middle. Roos will fight for the end zone again and be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain for Roos on that one. And they're going to say a fumble, and the Lions come up with it. A fumble on the play. Lions come up with it. Coming up with the fumble recovery was Weston Frecking. Weston gets the turnover on the goal line, and the Lions are going to try and keep the goose egg on the board. So first and 10 now for the Lions, and the second teamers make their way on. Simon Konitschke will bring him in. First and 10, ball at the 3-yard line. Lions will come out in a power I formation. Now stepping back into the pistol. Blitz will be coming. Lions go hard count. They hand off right up the middle. Not much running room there. Might even lose a yard. Is Lane Kruger. And they will say he'll lose a yard. So it's going to be second down. Lions with their heels on the end zone. Clock moving at 2:30 to go here in the game. Lions got the turnover, the fumble on the goal line. And now trying to keep themselves from getting a safety. Pistol formation. You know Sheldon's going to bring the heat here once again. It's got to be done up front by the offensive lineman. Hard count again. The blitz is there. Handoff right up the middle to Kruger. He gets it out across the goal line to the 1. No gain on the play. It will be 3rd down. I think if the Lions can get away with a punt here, they would be in great shape. Boy, that ball is just outside the goal line here. Under 2 minutes to play. Lions are sitting in that pistol formation, though, with these second teamers. Not a lot of work do they get in the heavy package, so Lions will signal in the play here. Clock running down, though, just 5 seconds on the play clock. Lions cannot, well, I guess the ball really can't go too much farther back, and the Lions are going to be forced to call timeout, I do believe, before the delay of game. Well, they are going to give them the delay of game, so they'll move it back half the distance to the goal, so about an inch. Lions will reset here, and the clock should run again. Clock goes back to 25. So the Lions will get a free 20 seconds here to run off the clock a little more. Pistol formation again. And now we're going to get a timeout for the Lions with 1:05 to go. So it's 3rd down and 12, but the Lions are on the goal line trying to keep out of the end zone for the safety here. With 1:05 here, the Lions second teamers, they gave up a bunch of yards. Sheldon got all the way down inside the 5, but forced a fumble on the 3-yard line and took over to try and keep this goose egg alive. It's 42-0 in favor of the Lions with just a minute remaining. Lions just need to be able to run a play here and keep it out of the end zone. So they'll break the huddle here, and they will come out here. Lions talking it over with Coach Eben on the sidelines. They got to have at least one good play here. You know Sheldon's going to bring the heat. They've got 7 guys on the line of scrimmage, and they go hard count and draw Sheldon off sides. And the Lions will get a little bit of breathing room here. They'll march that thing out across the 5 to the 5.5-yard line. But at least the Lions are out of the end zone. That is the key here. They can run a play, go to 4th down, and then punt the ball away. And hopefully they'll hang on to the goose egg. And what a homecoming it will be. Homecoming dance coming later on tonight for the Central Lyon and George Little Rock fans. Handoff goes to Lane Kruger over the left side. He carries it across for positive yards out to the 9, so give him 4 yards on the carry. Clock on the move, 50 seconds to go, 30 seconds on the play clock, so about a 15-second difference, 15 or 16 seconds, and the punt team will come on here for the Lions. As they will come out here once again. They're going to try and run the clock all the way down before punting this one away. Matthew Deeren, the backup punter. And it looks like the Lions might even take another delay of game here. And the delay of game penalty will push them back 5 more yards. But in essence, they'll put 25 seconds back on the play clock, and there's only 14 seconds on the game clock, so they shouldn't even have to kick this one away. Lions taking advantage of the rules here and the running clock formation. Well, they're not going to start the clock here. They're going to low snap there, kicked away by Deeren. Will bounce at the 35 and be downed at the 41-yard line with 5 seconds to go, and the clock will run out, and it's a happy homecoming here at Central Lyon George Little Rock. The Lions are victorious 42-0 over the Sheldon Orebs. We'll take a break and be back with more Lion football as we wrap things up here live from Dicknall Field on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
When the world changes, you change with it. By embracing new rhythms, redefining connection, and taking less for granted, you push through the uncertainty. And at every point along the way, we stand with you. Because even when your world looks different, our commitment to your care stays the same. Sanford Health. Health lives here.
At Frontier Bank, we know you're busy with what really matters. That's why our Big Deal checking account was created to make banking work for you. While you're keeping up with life's daily transactions, your Big Deal checking account is earning you monthly rewards. Competitive rates, refunds on ATM fees, and more, with no minimum balance or monthly service fees required. And you can apply for a Big Deal account from anywhere in less than 10 minutes. Focus on what matters most. Bank with Frontier Bank. See a customer service representative for more information. Member FDIC.
After a long day, deciding on dinner can be tough, but a few simple words can make everything better.
Pizza's here!
End your day the right way with pizza and chicken from the carryout and delivery experts at your local pizza ranch.
DeNoble Austin & Company PC, certified public accountants, offers a variety of services including payroll, auditing, sales tax, financial statement preparation, and of course, income taxes. Whether you're a farmer, small or large business owner, or just require some assistance with your personal finances, DeNoble Austin & Company PC can save you time and peace of mind with the skills you need and the service you expect. Located in Rock Rapids and Laverne.
At Frontier Bank, we know you're busy with what really matters. That's why our Big Deal checking account was created to make banking work for you. While you're keeping up with life's daily transactions, your Big Deal checking account is earning you monthly rewards. Competitive rates, refunds on ATM fees, and more, with no minimum balance or monthly service fees required. And you can apply for a Big Deal account from anywhere in less than 10 minutes. Focus on what matters most. Bank with Frontier Bank. See a customer service representative for more information. Member FDIC.
After a long day, deciding on dinner can be tough, but a few simple words can make everything better.
Pizza's here!
End your day the right way with pizza and chicken from the carryout and delivery experts at your local pizza ranch.
DeNoble Austin & Company PC, certified public accountants, offers a variety of services including payroll, auditing, sales tax, financial statement preparation, and of course, income taxes. Whether you're a farmer, small or large business owner, or just require some assistance with your personal finances, DeNoble Austin & Company PC can save you time and peace of mind with the skills you need and the service you expect. Located in Rock Rapids and Laverne.
Back at Dicknall Field, where the final score here tonight, a happy homecoming for Central Lyon George Little Rock, a 42-0 shutout win for the Lions as they close out the regular season here at Dicknall Field and lock up at least a share of the district title, and most likely will assure themselves a home game in at least the first round of tonight or of the football playoffs here. That is all still to come. We'll start figuring that stuff out before next week and see if we can't make sense of what the state tries to do there, and it's a little bit confusing the way things go, but we'll figure that out here in the upcoming week as we will look ahead to next week where we will go on the road to Okoboji and try and wrap up a perfect regular season here as the Lions improve to 7-0, 4-0 in district play as they keep the runs alive there. 42-0. Lions led 21-0 at the half. Zach Lutmer was leading the way. He had 3 touchdowns in the first half. The first one came with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. A 56-yard touchdown run made it 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. And going into the second quarter, it took a little bit of time. Sheldon really controlled the pace of the game and were able to really dictate the tempo and methodically move the ball down the field. Kind of took the Lions out of sorts, but late in that second quarter, they got the ball off some turnovers, able to move the ball down the field, picked up the tempo, picked up the pace. Lutmer able to score 2 more times in the final 3 minutes and 18 seconds, a 9-yarder and a 50-yarder, made it 21-0 at the half. Lions come out and took the opening drive of the second half down the field. Zach Lutmer, a 27-yard touchdown for his 4th one of the night, made it 28-0. And then just 5 minutes later, Lutmer strikes again, 5 touchdowns on the night, a 69-yard touchdown run to make it 35-0. And then in the fourth quarter, Graham Eben got on the board, a 44-yard touchdown run, making it 42-0. Sheldon made one last attempt there late in the fourth quarter, but the second teamers force a fumble on the 3-yard line and keep the shutout intact for the Lions here tonight. And they close out the regular season at home here tonight, and we'll head to the road to Okoboji. We'll have all the coverage of that game next week live from Okoboji. We will be there, and hopefully we'll have all of our bugs worked out. We'll get the scoreboard working again, and then we'll get the camera working again, and all sorts of, I think it's the first cold night of the year, and that's what's doing it for us, causing us all sorts of grief. But whatever, it works. We'll get it worked out for you. So if you can't make the trip over to Okoboji, we'll have coverage for you and get you some video of that game over there as the Lions will close out the regular season, and we'll get ready for playoff time here in Central Lyon, George Little Rock. So celebrate tonight, Lion fans, and we'll get you ready to go for the playoffs next week. We'll have all that information, like I said, a little bit clearer picture of the night. For the Lions running the ball, Zach Lutmer, 8 carries, 242 yards, and 5 touchdowns on the ground for Zach Lutmer. A huge night for him. Graham Eben, a nice night as well for him. 11 carries for 115 yards, had that touchdown. Isaiah Johnson had a couple in there, and then Lane Kruger grabbed a couple late in the game as well. 24 total carries for 375 yards on the ground for the Lions. A nice night running the ball. Zach Lutmer efficient through the air in the first half when he needed to be. 6 of 8 passing for 74 yards, and tried that little gimmick play with Reese. Reese was 0 of 1, could not complete the pass to Lutmer. But receiving the ball, Reese had another nice game, 2 catches for 26 yards. Andrew Austin got a grab. Isaiah Johnson had a couple, and Graham Eben caught one as well. So a wide variety of Lion players getting into the action here tonight on homecoming night. And with that, we'll say goodnight to you all for the weekend. We hope you have a great week coming up ahead. Remember, coming up at Central Lyon, no school on Monday. The Central Lyon has a professional development day, and coming up next week as well, school board meeting at 7 o'clock. Tuesday night volleyball versus George Little Rock right here on the Broadcast Network around 7:15. And next Friday, we'll be at Okoboji to close out the regular season. For Jason Heiser, my producer here next to me, and we say a big thank you to you. My name is Joel Viss. Lions victorious on homecoming, 42-0. Have a great night, everybody. What's up, Kenley?
Hey, are you done?
Yeah, we're packing stuff up.
Okay, like how soon? Should I just wait down here or come up?
You can come up here. It's warmer up here. It's going to take us 5-10 minutes or so, so you might as well come up.
Okay.
Okay.